Learning fast is hard, actually. Most people think it's as simple as just watch a tutorial or read a book, but the truth is, learning quickly is a skill in itself, and it's way harder than it looks. Like, whether you're trying to pick up a new language, master a software program, or even learn how to cook, it's not as easy as it seems. In this video, I'll break down why learning fast is so much harder than people think and how you can actually make it work for you. Let's be real. Learning fast is often romanticized. People say things like, just focus harder or follow this one weird trick. But the reality is, our brains aren't wired to absorb information at lightning speed. For example, I once tried to learn an entire coding language in a weekend, only to end up frustrated and overwhelmed. The truth is, learning fast isn't about cramming more information. It's about learning smarter, but don't worry, it's not impossible. It's just harder than most people admit. Here's points why learning fast is so difficult. Point 1, information overload. There's too much information out there and it's hard to know what's actually important. Point 2, passive learning doesn't work. Watching tutorials or reading books feels productive, but it doesn't stick. Point 3, burnout is real. Pushing yourself too hard can backfire, leaving you exhausted and unable to learn. I once spent an entire day binge watching YouTube tutorials on graphic design, only to realize I couldn't even open the software the next day. It's not just you, it's hard for everyone. But understanding why it's hard is the first step to making it easier. The first step to learning faster is identifying what's actually important. Here's how it works. Instead of trying to learn everything at once, focus on the one task or skill that will give you the most results. For example, if you're learning a new language, focus on the most common words and phrases first. Literally write that one task on a sheet of paper in large letters and hang it in front of you. Everything else is not important right now. This might sound simple, but it's incredibly effective because it eliminates distractions and keeps you focused. Next up is limiting your time for immersion. Watching videos and tutorials can help you get familiar with a topic, but it won't teach you the skill. Here's how to apply it. Give yourself one day to watch videos and tutorials, and then stop. The next day, start doing something practical. For example, start working on a small project. If you're learning to cook, stop watching cooking shows and start making a simple recipe. This approach forces you to apply what you've learned, which is where real growth happens. It's not about consuming more information. It's about using what you already know. Finally, let's talk about rest. Burnout is no joke. Pushing yourself too hard today can leave you unable to learn tomorrow. For example, I once tried to learn a new skill by studying for 10 hours straight. The next day, I was so exhausted that I couldn't focus at all. Here's how to avoid that. Schedule regular breaks and give yourself time to recharge. If you're feeling stuck, take a walk, take a nap, or just step away for a few minutes. Rest isn't laziness. It's a necessary part of learning. Remember, today you might force yourself to learn twice as much, but if you burn out, you won't be able to learn anything next week. So learning fast is hard actually, but with these 3 strategies, you can make it a little easier. Start by identifying what's important, then limit your time for immersion, and don't forget to rest. And hey, if you've tried to learn something quickly and found it harder than expected, let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear your story. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more tips on mastering skills and overcoming challenges.